I do not know why you're on your home cam. JP Morosi, good morning to you. There's about to be international baseball. Cubs and Dodgers from Japan. Matt Shaw making the trip. You heard the guys talk about it earlier. A lot of excitement about that. Are you going? Good morning.
Lauren, good morning. I am not going, but I will be up early next week every day watching the broadcasts. 6 a.m. Eastern time, I'll be locked in. Harold's going to be there for us, so that's the important thing. And Matt Shaw will be there too. And notably, Lauren, this is not Matt Shaw's first trip to Tokyo. He was there in November helping Team USA win a bronze medal at the WBSC Premier 12. And at the time, you knew there was a path for him to be able to make the Cubs opening day roster. That's not yet officially official, but he is on his way now, perhaps arriving shortly to Tokyo. And I really do believe, Lauren, that experience playing for Team USA has helped him get here. And here's why. During that tournament, and Harold's going to be checking on this, I know, as our correspondent there in Tokyo, the infield coach for Team USA at that event, Dino Ebel, one of the best coaches that we've got in Major League Baseball. Of course, he's now with the Los Angeles Dodgers, has been with the Dodgers for many, many years. But I noticed this when I went over there to watch that tournament play out, is that Matt Shaw was working every single day on infield drills with Dino Ebel. And that's why you play international ball. You get a chance to work with an excellent Major League infield coach in Dino Ebel. So the work with Dino helped improve Matt's work over at third base, helped him hopefully make it to the big leagues. And so next week, when they're playing in the Tokyo series, he'll be facing Dino Ebel in the Los Angeles Dodgers. How about that circle closing, connecting it all for next week's series?
I love it. And the rosters, JP, and the list of guys going tells you something. Just because we're so close to April, Hyeseong Kim not going. What does that tell you about his future, his start to the year?
Well, I think, Lauren, the idea with Kim is that by going down to the minor leagues, he'll get more at-bats and get more comfortable with Major League pitching, or at least close to Major League pitching, by staying back in Arizona, ending the year in the minor leagues. Remember this, Lauren, about the way the Dodgers roster is shaping up. If you've got Tommy Edman at second, Betts at short, Muncy, we saw in the A block, and the way that Max has come in great shape for spring training. And then your bench, in terms of infielders or super utility guys, Ike Hernandez, Miguel Rojas, Chris Taylor. There's just not a lot of at-bats there because the Dodgers have brought in and kept so many veteran utility and super utility players that it does not make sense for Hyeseong Kim to come up to the major leagues right now and sit on the bench. If Edman's your second baseman, if Mookie's your shortstop, you've already got a center field figured out. They've brought in Conforto to help in the outfield. Where are your at-bats? And so I think the idea for Hyeseong Kim, it's not really an indictment of his play so far. It's more just a function of how much depth they've got among their veterans. So for Kim, go down to the minor leagues, get some at-bats, and get ready for later on in the year. Similar case to Bobby Miller, who was also optioned out. At different times, Miller's been a postseason starting pitcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers, but just not right now, given the way that Dustin May, as we documented in the first segment, the way that May has pitched. So this team, Lauren, has so much depth, and the opportunity for Kim and for Miller is coming, but later on in the year.
So much talent. They will certainly find their place. Red Sox file them under the category of having talent, and they brought in more of just at camp. There's an energy there, JP, that I don't think we've seen in years past, and there's excitement about Lucas Giolito until a couple pitches in. What did you know?
Right, so it's been described right now, Lauren, as a minor hamstring issue. They're expected to have more information on Lucas today. He's scheduled for an MRI. He was able to pitch through it, so that part was encouraging in describing it as a minor hamstring issue for Lucas Giolito. But this, Lauren, caught my attention simply because you've already got Brian Bayo on the IL to begin the year. You also have Crawford on the IL to begin the year. Sandoval, as you see there, was brought in as a pitcher who we believe will come back at some point during the course of the season. So they really need Giolito to be healthy. Crochet, of course, the high-profile acquisition. Buehler was signed. Priester is someone that they have high hopes for too. But this situation, if it escalates to something that's more serious, would not leave them with a tremendous amount of margin for error as you approach opening day. Also, very notably, Rafael Devers not expected to get his first Grapefruit League action until this weekend. There's not a lot of time as you think about how much time there is between now and the domestic opening day, 2 weeks away from tomorrow. That's all we're at, is 2 weeks from tomorrow is opening day in North America, and we have yet to see Devers play in game circumstances. So it's getting late early, as they say, for Devers, for Gunnar Henderson. Maybe we'll get into his situation later on in the week in the case of the Baltimore Orioles. So this is now the time of spring where if you're not playing regular games, you start to be concerned. So Devers is going to have to really show some things starting this weekend in Red Sox camp.
It creates decisions for these managers as they close camp soon. And in the great state of Michigan, a position battle for A.J. Hinch. What's top of mind for him right now?
Well, a couple different things. Now, we'll say this. Spencer Torkelson, in a spring where he's got to show something, is doing exactly that. And with different situations right now, Meadows likely to begin the year on the IL, or at least possibly going to begin the year on the IL. Vierling, we know, is going to begin the year on the IL. So there is a spot on this lineup for Torkelson to be the DH. And he's proving so far that he can do that. Jace Young came up yesterday and had his first homer of the spring. So some good signs there for him at third base. Javier Baez has had a pretty productive spring. Even if Trey Sweeney ends up being the shortstop for the Tigers on opening day, Baez with, I think, better health right now. You see him playing shortstop. That's Torkelson at the plate with a good swing. So I think overall, Torkelson and Baez both had to have big springs. They're doing exactly that. Young, again, at third base. Some good signs for, by the way, and listen carefully, Lauren, as we're bringing it full circle to the A block, Devin Booker's favorite baseball team, the Detroit Tigers. So we talk about the Phoenix Suns.
Okay.
Devin Booker, one of the best guards in the NBA, representing the U.S. in the Olympics. He's an Olympic gold medalist twice over. Devin Booker.
And he's dating a
Grand Rapids,
Kardashian,
Michigan.
isn't he?
Devin Booker can play, and he loves his Tigers, his Red Wings, and his Lions. I'm a fan of Devin Booker. There with the Phoenix.
I'm told they broke up. I don't know. I don't pay attention. Maybe they're back together. JP Morosi. Appreciate it. Where's the artwork, by the way? What?
Working on that, Lauren. We'll see how we're at for opening day.